Hi guys. Previous chapter of One Piece broke the internet after it revealed Luffy's new powers. As we know, Luffy is currently at his final stage, called Gear 5. Now let's see chapter 1045. It is named as The Next Level. Watch till end, I have some good news. We see Luffy and Kaido at rooftop. Kaido says, "I really thought you had completely died." Luffy says, "I did too." Kaido, seeing Luffy, surprised and asks, "The way your rubber properties affect other things really seems like paramecia awakening. However, it's a bit strange. That kind of transformation is exclusively limited to zone types." Luffy was floating in the air, not paying much attention. Seeing this, Kaido opens his mouth wide and bites Luffy. He tries to break free and says, "You bastard." After a while, Luffy stops resisting, letting Kaido swallow him, but proceeds to transform his body, causing a huge discomfort for Kaido. Now he reaches approximately Kaido's midsection and uses Gomu no balloon and blows up huge inside Kaido's body, causing a pain. At this moment, Momonosuke and Yamato reaching rooftop in time to witness blown up Kaido. Yamato is surprised and asks, "What is this? What happened?" Momonosuke is also confused and says, "I don't understand. Kaido got fat?" Kaido shouts, "What's going on?" Kaido's body becomes rubber now. Luffy's arms comes out from Kaido's eyes and grab his nose. And says, Gomu no escape rocket." Luffy exits Kaido from his eyes, in huge balloon form, laughing. He shoots to sky. Yamato and Momonosuke both are extremely shocked. Luffy now transforms into giant, and we see his face in awakened Nika form for the first time very clearly. Except he is so large that he towers over Kaido. He brings his foot down to stomp Kaido from above. Momonosuke, still surprised, asks, "Why is Luffy's voice coming from that person? Is that Luffy?" Now Luffy stamps Kaido, and Kaido in turn bites him from the side, causing big reaction. Luffy grabs both Kaido's horns in one hand and squeezes Kaido's body, and he swings Kaido around. As he's jump roping Kaido, he fall at very high speed down towards the rooftop from the sky. Now Kaido's bolo breath lands an enormous blast on Luffy from point-blank range. Yamato says, "That Boro breath hit properly." Luffy's body and clothes are completely pitch black, as if he had literally been burnt to a crisp. His hair is burnt as well. Luffy shouts, "I won't let that go." He shakes off the charcoal, and blasts himself back to Onigashima, leaving a smoke, fire, cloud trail behind him. He reaches Kaido in hybrid form and starts swinging his arm like a windmill. Now Kaido uses a technique called Conqueror of Three Worlds. He jumps in the air, swings back his kanabo, and hits Luffy. Luffy's huge head gets blasted through the rooftop and into the down floor. His eyes pop out in a cartoon way, like from last chapter, and his massive tongue pops out too, and he again shouts, "That hurts." His sudden face terrifies all the Kaido subordinates there. Then we see Law, Kid, Chopper, and Nami with shocked reactions and the same popped out googly eyes as Luffy. Luffy struggles and squeezes his face back up through the hole in the rooftop. His face snaps back to his body hard and he falls over. Kaido says, "It's been a spectacular show, but you've reached the limit after all? You can't take me down." Luffy now stands up with determined look on his face. "Shut up. Who reached the limit?" As he says this, his Nika features disappear and his hair turns back to black. We can clearly see he's worn out, to the point where even his face shrivels up as if he's aged a lot. Luffy is now weak, on his knees. He says, "I'm so tired." Kaido, annoyed and irritated, says, "Who are you to say that?" But he takes a knee, digging his kanabo into the ground, finally showing a sign of exhaustion for the first time in the arc. We see a heated conversation between Luffy and Kaido. Luffy says, "Oh yeah, I almost died. And this is insanely exhausting." Kaido replies, "Die without worries. Someone will surely pass on the story of your guys' fight. I really don't need anything like that. When we die, all that's left is bones." Yamato, still shocked, "It really is Luffy." His clothes and hair turned white, so it looked like he was another person. Momonosuke says, "But his voice is disappearing." Luffy stands up with his hand on the ground with the iconic Gear 2 pose. Steam and smoke is coming off his body and says, "It's not over yet." We see Luffy has returned to Nika form but with his eyes blacked out. Kaido is smiling and says, "You're gonna die." Luffy now emits same black lightnings, and says, "And you think that scares me?" Kaido raises his kanabo toward Luffy and says, "Bring it on." Luffy doesn't notice this and is dancing happily to the drums of liberation sound. Yamato shouts, "Watch out, Luffy." Luffy notices Kaido's kanabo, and as it hits him in his head wraps around it and conforms to his shape, as if the kanabo had been pressed deeply into a big piece of gum that was tough enough not to get pierced through. Luffy runs away with his legs like an old cartoon character running, and his head still shaped like the kanabo surface. Kaido swings his kanabo down again, and hits Luffy, driving him into the ground, but the ground is transformed like rubber, rather than rock, and gets pushed in by the force of the blow. Now Luffy is like in stomped shape, and he bends his knees, says, 1, 2, 3 inches. His face returns to regular shape now. He turned the boulder to rubber and built up tension in his legs, then bounced out, like a trampoline, with smoke, clouds behind him. He spins his arms rapidly. Kaido thinks to himself, "What is this guy?" He returns to the white form, coated with haki. He affects the surroundings, and has freedom in battle. I've never seen anything like it. Kaido, now frustrated, and shouts, "Someone that can take me down, doesn't exist in this world." He's swinging his kanabo with haki, but Luffy's spinning arms go around it. His fist goes through Kaido's face and out the back of his head. Yamato and Momonosuke are shocked, and Kaido goes flying. As Luffy's fist returns to him, Luffy with a huge smile shouts, "I'm having the time of my life." This ends the chapter. And finally, the good news is that there won't be any break next week. Subscribe my channel for more content on One Piece, any other manga related news and reviews.